to our national forest this month. Someday you'll meet a cat who's lost her hearing, and that'll be the end of you.
What was the big roar?
Someone getting the engine of a truck. Otherwise, there's a lion on the loose. Don't be crazy. We're in Europe. Somewhere.
Quiet, you loudmouth rodent!
Sir, monsieur no sabe avec America espre me nous sommes perdus. I thought we were in Italy.
Senor Socalavia?
Could be Switzerland. Ich weiß nicht, wo ist der amerikanische Express House? Wo ist?
I speak English.
You Europeans speak so many languages.
I'm afraid I speak only English.
You're a tourist too?
No, I live here.
But this is
Grand Fenwick, the Duchy of Grand Fenwick. Our sovereign is the Duchess Gloriana, the 12th.
We're really lost.
We rented a car this morning in Nice, which is in France.
We left the car to do a little bird watching, but
You've come to the right place. I've written a book about birds. Perhaps you've heard of it? Migratory Birds of Grand Fenwick.
I've never heard of Fenwick.
You're in Grand Fenwick. This is our national forest. I'm the chief ranger, Tully Bascom.
Please, which way is the road?
But wouldn't you like to see our forest? We've got a variety of trees, a waterfall 20 feet high, and a haunted oak where a mad huntsman is safe to hang himself.
So does the park in Peoria, Illinois.
We've hardly time for the major sites.
I could take you on a quick tour. Don't pass up the country just because it's small.
How small?
5 miles long by 3 miles wide.
I suppose it's one of those tax haven places.
Grand Fenwick was founded by a roving band of English bowmen before the discovery of America.
That's very interesting, but
The father of our country, Sir Roger, came to France with Edward III, and he stayed on to form a free company of his own, with which he won his duchy. Our flag was first raised in the year 1370.
what does your flag look like?
A double-headed eagle. From one beak, the eagle is saying yay, and from the other, nay.
But why would the King of France?
Charles the Wise.
Why would he let Fenwick get away with it?
Twice Charles sent expeditions, and twice they were repulsed, thanks to the power of the English longbow.
But after that,
Sir Roger had the good fortune to establish his duchy in such an extraordinary location, and as a result,
what's so extraordinary about it?
no coal, no iron, no oil, no precious metals, no harbors or waterways.
No wonder you're left alone.
It wouldn't take me long to show you some of our native birds.
How can a nation 5 miles by 3 claim native birds?
How can your village of Baltimore claim an oriole? The only being that can actually pass on the nationality of a bird is the bird.
Okay, you've got birds. Anything else?
An excellent wine with unusual bouquet. It's our only export. Pinot Grand Fenwick.
We must get back to the road. Yay or nay?
That way, just walk straight.
I'm sorry we can't take time for your country too.
We also have an unusual variety of field mouse, and it's tiny, like our country, but...
Goodbye, if you're ever in Peoria.
Go ahead, give him a stare.
Tully Bascom.
Yes, here. The one time I asked you.
Tully,
What is it?
you're wanted at the castle.
Me?
There's an emergency meeting of the Privy Council called by Gloriana.
But why would they want me?
It really must be an emergency.
When you're sovereign of a 22-year-old girl, you never know what to expect. I used to see her a lot. Now it takes an emergency.
Tully, if the meeting should be about wine, could you please put in a word for modern methods? This tram me on grapes. It's so hard to get off. I go around with purple feet.
Say, it is an emergency. Come on.
Our people expect us to do something.
Our people should leave these questions to their hereditary leaders.
You're finding the Constitution inconvenient again.
I just say it's too bad that the 12th Countess of Mountjoy has to discuss policy with Mrs. Benter, descendant of a simple yeoman.
A yeoman who assisted Sir Roger Fenwick storm this castle in which you are now standing.
Your family has managed to mention that fact at every parliamentary election since the 15th century.
The Duchess Gloriana the 12th.
Pray, be seated. We have called this emergency meeting to allow both leaders to speak before we reach our decision.
Yes, Your Highness.
Before we became your Duchess, we were limited to one pomegranate at Christmas. If neither party can solve the financial crisis, we may have to go back to that. Perhaps give them up entirely.
But, my lady...
We'll also have to devalue the Fenn McLaurin lower wages and cancel all benefits, along with pomegranates.
Never.
We appreciate your concern. Since the market for our wine has been stolen by cheap imitation now being manufactured in California, we no longer have enough foreign exchange to pay for the necessities. We recognize Danielle Benter Esquire.
I say, add a little water to the fermentation vats, lower our prices, and try to compete with this imitation.
Delusionist. My lady, those who would add water to the Pinot Grande Fenwick would debase any work of art. They'd put the Da Vinci portrait of Gloriana VI on a postage stamp and use the saying of our immortal bard Horace Benshield to sell truffles. No, there is a better way to raise funds.
Which is?
What every country does. Get it from America.
But America won't even answer our protests.
Instead of demanding for justice, let's try asking for money.
I don't think it's so easy getting money from America anymore.
Wait till you hear my scheme.
Besides, it's not enough these days just to say it by subversives. Aunt.
Maoists? Right-wing extremists? Students?
That's your plan?
They'll set up a real party. Appeal publicity to China or even Rhodesia.
I don't like it. Suppose by some wild chance they do take over.
I've solved that too. As the leader of this temporary movement, I've picked a simple-minded, non-political backwoodsman.
You're sure he'd be safe?
I've already sent for him. You can judge him for yourself.
Your Highness, Tully Bascom is outside, claiming that he had been summoned to this meeting.
Tully Bascom?
That's our man whose main interest is birds.
I know. When my father was still alive, I used to climb trees in the National Forest. I even built a birdhouse for some swallows.
If you don't think he's the right man for the job...
Oh, he's the right man.
Tully Bascom! Hello, Glory. Your Highness.
We haven't seen you in some time.
Not since you started calling yourself we.
Be respectful, sir.
I only do it sometimes.
You've always known where to find me. The National Forest needs constant attention. We had 4 visitors today.
I'm afraid Her Highness has more to do these days than build bird houses.
I don't suppose it's still around.
There's a colony of scissor-tailed swallows in Sicily in it now. I've kept it repaired.
The reason you were called. Could you take time off your work to form a new political party of communists?
I'd rather not, thank you. Their philosophy doesn't seem to work out so well, especially in agricultural regions.
Well, we wouldn't want the party to be successful, just appear successful.
So the Americans will loan us some money.
Save us from the communists? It's a trick. And even if the trick were successful, we wouldn't be saved. We'd have sold our honor. We'd have deliberately defrauded another nation.
Your principles are magnificent. Meanwhile, I've got to save the duchy.
Save it from what?
bankruptcy.
If you can't do it honorably, it isn't worth saving.
Oh, no.
Tully, what am I to do?
Why don't we just raise the price of Pinot Grigio Fenwick? There's a big demand for it.
Not anymore. A ventier in a place called California is using our label, picture of our castle, and selling at half of our price.
They call it Pinot Grand Enwick. They've ruined our economy.
What's the honorable course now?
Send an official letter demanding an end to this fraud and prompt reparations.
We send such letters, they're ignored.
In that case, our demands being just, we'll have to enforce them.
How?
If they won't respond to our protests, we'll have to declare war.
What?
A declaration.
I don't fold the surprise attacks.
Against the United States of America?
And to make sure there's no misunderstanding, send it registered mail. Return receipt requested.
Tully, we've no weapons, no factories, no resources, and only 6,000 people.
But we're in the right.
Stop being so simple-minded and consider the consequences.
If they won't negotiate honorably, we'll have to fight regardless of the consequences.
Which are that we lose. If you study recent history, you'd realize losing war against the United States would mean history shows. This has to be considered.
Considered. What are you?
Pomegranate aunts.
If there's anything to hurt me, you'll reach the right decision, and I offer myself as the first volunteer.
You may have solved our problem, Tully. You really have. You're excused to your duties with my thanks.
Good to see you, Glory.
Good to remember how life used to be.
He must be mad. Completely bereft of his senses. He should be locked up as a raving lunatic.
I wouldn't say that. In fact, perhaps we will declare war.
Don't even joke about...
I'm not joking.
It's hardly necessary to say we lose.
Of course we lose.
And think of the consequences.
We have to fight regardless of the consequences. Mr. Bascom has convinced me.
Stop this nonsense. These matters are...
Much too important to be left to a girl whose main interest is pomegranates, but they are left to me, Aunt.
You've been reading romantic accounts of military geniuses who defy all odds.
I've been studying the Medici, Metternich, Disraeli, politicians who had to live by their wits, because we haven't had much else, have we?
I don't care whom you've been reading. I can't let you jeopardize...
And a small little handbook written by some Italian.
Italian?
A little drastic, perhaps, but at last resort,
Machiavelli?
that's the one. I also came across a girl who had a difficult way with associates. Lucrezia Borgia. Does the pomegranate taste bitter, Aunt?
Your Highness!
I don't understand. What you're saying about the United States, that is.
If I remember my history books correctly, there are few more profitable undertakings than to declare war on the United States.
But your Highness.
And to be defeated.
Profitable. To be defeated?
The ink is no sooner dry on the surrender document than the United States is bringing in food, money, machinery, and technical aid to the former foe, and that's just the beginning.
Yes! It never occurred to me that is what they do.
And to avoid wrecking some adversary's economy, they extend generous credits and most favorable trade agreements.
She's right. We declare war on Monday, be vanquished Tuesday, and rehabilitated beyond our wildest dreams by Friday night. I must admit, when you were discussing this with Tully, you had me a bit confused.
Actually, you were making a good suggestion.
Well, without realizing it, of course. The man's even more idiotic than I thought.
He's so unsophisticated. He believes that rights can prevail against any odds. It's an attitude that served us right in the 14th century when French tried to invade. An attitude we'll have to assume too, Bascom and everyone else.
Yes, quite right.
But if anyone knew our real intentions...
Exactly.
Our next step will to dispatch the declaration. For the duration of the emergency, I am dissolving Parliament. For our battle cry, I suggest the appropriate appropriate slogan. Forward regardless of the consequences. Attend to me while I draw up the documents.
Miss Johnson, I'm in a hurry.
Right with you, sir. Sir, I checked, and you can get on any one of the flights from Washington to New York. But why don't you go with the president on his plane?
It attracts enough attention when the President of the United States suddenly flies to New York, along with the Secretary of State, not to mention the General in charge of the Defense Department.
Oh, General Snippet already left. He took a military plane.
We fly separately and do not meet till we reach Professor Cocknett's lab at Columbia University. That's how times have changed. An eccentric professor who refuses to work anywhere but at Columbia University can summon the attention of the president.
But aren't there hundreds of these weapons research projects?
So what it said on a placard the student was carrying, I happened to notice because he hit me with it. Looks like this one has really come up with something. The professor called at 3 this morning on the private line. All he actually said was, I have completed the experiment, Mr. President.
Do you think worse than the H-bomb?
Don't even talk to me about it. Carbonite, aspirin, and 3 kinds of tranquilizers.
For you or for the president?
You never know when he may need a little tranquilizer. You don't have to have something in this mail, something I could mention to the president.
No, but the boys in the mailroom have been up to their tricks again. They managed to get another one of those crazy communications from the mythical European country on the mail desk again. One of those with the double-headed eagles saying yay and nay.
Oh yes, protests, and then a warning.
This one might amuse the president. This one is a declaration of war.
To the President, Congress, and people of the United States of America. Greetings. Whereas the Duchy of Grand Fenwick has been a sovereign and independent nation since its founding in 1370 AD. And whereas the principal support of the Duchy of Grand Fenwick has been, during all these years, the production of the excellent and unique wine known to the world as Pinot Grand Fenwick. And whereas the sale of this ignoble imitation of our superior wine is being produced in quantity and sold at half the cost by certain wineries in the city of San Rafael in the state of California, which is part of the geographical territory of the United States of America. And whereas the sale of this spurious product threatens the livelihood of the Duchy of Grand Fenwick, therefore be it resolved that the Duchy of Grand Fenwick holds the sale of this wine an unwarranted and unjust and persistent and planned action of aggression against the Duchy. Therefore be it resolved that the Duchy of Grand Fenwick declares a state of war exists between itself and the United States of America. The signatures follow.
Signatures follow Duchess Gloriana XII. Gloriana, I can imagine a reporter dreaming up a name like that. But I don't understand the other 2 signatures. D. Benter, Delusionist Party, and Mount Joy, Anti-Delusionist Party.
Do you think the president might get a kick out of it?
He's a little edgy right now.
I don't know whether to frame this, file it, or send it to the New Yorker.
To be honest, I'm a little bit edgy myself.
So when you get to Columbia, do be careful.
I'll try, but I'm not as fast as I once was. Now I hope the students aren't restless today.
Close it up! Knock it off! I'm having visitors!
Students, No, nothing so unpredictable, but take a little walk.
Professor Cognitz, do you know what's going on out there?
They're finally taking an interest in what they think we're doing. I'm thrilled. It excites me. That's why working here is so stimulating. I'll put you in for a silver star.
I already have a silver star. Hello, Mrs. Ryder.
Is everything all right?
Exactly. A call came while I was straightening the usual mess in your headquarters. They're on their way in now. 3 of them. You're not supposed to know. You're a very snoopy housekeeper.
If I ever went over to the Russians, your sandwich from the delicatessen. Speaking of all who is coming, I could pick up some cold cuts, potato salad, and a few dill pickles.
They're not expecting a smorgasbord. Pastrami?
With, if you'll excuse the expression, Russian dressing. Professor Hawkins?
Yes. Please come.
General Snippet, in charge of security, 2 members of my staff.
So glad you could come.
The person who just left, who was that?
John Wayne. When my assistant and I aren't going through security checks, we supervise a team of scientists who've just made you obsolete.
What about, who is Mrs. Reiner?
Ah, if she ever went over to the Russians.
What?
I'm not serious. She'd never leave the Bronx. She's a member of my staff.
Your Honor. Afternoon, sir. The correct salutation is Mr. President.
Mr. President, excuse.
Why don't you put out a press release? Good to see you again, Professor.
When I called in the special one this morning, I didn't realize it was so early.
I told you to call the minute you had something.
Sir, anyone could walk in here. It's not just at the university. It's in the middle of New York City, but the only security is a student under in the hall.
Well, the professor finds this atmosphere very conducive to research.
Ah, with results to prove it.
General, are these 2 whacks always with you?
My name's Jill.
I'm Debbie.
Daughters of some influential senator, and you're seeing they have a soft assignment?
Certainly not. I don't believe in that sort of thing. They're my daughters.
Would you please stand out in the hall if you wouldn't mind sentry duty?
Oh, we love sentry duty. He never lets us do anything. We keep applying for transfers.
If you'll take your seats.
How? Don't be silly. I'm Secretary of State. Almost without being recognized. See?
It's done. The new computer the Navy loaned me was a great help. With the others, it would have taken 2 years. As it was, only a month. Of course, I was a year setting up the problem for the machine to solve. And I had to work in the hope that a machine capable of solving them would be invented. But that's water under the bridge. Here it is. Beautiful, eh? The mass difference of the nucleus is the greatest yet achieved.
Oh, mass difference.
Having to do with the amount of power released when the nucleus is split?
If we get into details, you'll either be confused or get the wrong impression.
In simple terms, what is it?
Quadium.
They'll call it the Q-bomb.
Quadium is a form of hydrogen which has not existed in the universe for 1 billion years. When I say a form of hydrogen, you realize I speak for the layman.
Still speaking for the layman, what's its particular effect?
Ah, that's the point. Quadium is probably the substance that first made the Earth a flaming planet. You understand? The Earth still flamed for millions of years after the quadium was exhausted, converted into denser nuclei, that is. Of course, the quadium on the sun was burned up eons ago.
Then what's the point?
Let me put it this way. You could say quadium started all those stupendous fires, but to the best of our knowledge, no quadium still survives anywhere in the whole of space.
But what's the point?
Except
except in this cylinder.
It's so small. What could you do with this? I mean, as a practical matter.
Incinerate an area of 2,000 square miles. Perhaps more. You know how we scientists are. We can never be sure without trying.
2,000?
It's no danger now. Completely harmless. Till I fit it into a little detonating device I have to design especially.
He should be sent to safe distance before he starts fooling around with his detonating devices.
I've told you, I will not leave Colombia.
No reason why you should. What's the difference? There's no such thing as a safe distance anymore.
The quadrant, please. Now I told you all you have to know. Now I get back to work.
Wait, Professor. Just so I'm completely clear here. The actual effect is
If someone was so insane to detonate quadium, the effect? Perhaps what you'd expect if the sun were placed in contact with that part of the Earth's surface for the space of, say, 100 billionth of a second? Well, back to the detonator.
I better stay right here and start setting up some temporary security.
Better prepare some escape arrangement in case the protest outside suddenly turns into a rampage. If it does, bring out the professor whether he likes it or not. And the quadium.
after this. There'll be no more old-fashioned declarations of war. Anybody with a Q-bomb fires one shot, it's all over.
Chief, talking about declarations of war, a funny thing happened at the State Department today. Absolutely hilarious. It had to do with a double-headed eagle and, well, maybe some other time.
It's the Americans! Pick on someone your own side! How'd they come? Are we under attack? Do you think they'll bomb the castle? Take to the cellar! Take to the open field! Which? Either one! I can't decide! Come on! They've come! They're here! Please, take to the cellar! No! If you won't do it for yourself, do it for us! Do it for me! You? If you stay up here, how can I go down there? And I might get killed up here!
Countess Mountjoy, stop that.
Your Highness, the United States Strategic Air Command.
I wish it was. Then we know they were aware of us.
They might start dropping.
All they could drop is that's Pan American flight between Paris and Rome.
Couldn't possibly. Well, possibly. Right on time, too. I thought once we declare war, they'd do something. Then we could just surrender. All this waiting drives me crazy. You're driving everyone crazy.
Perhaps we haven't quite risen to the occasion.
Well, if they won't pay the slightest attention to us, what can we do?
Escalate.
Escalate.
Serve them right, too.
That's why I've decided on it. We're going to invade.
Invade? The United States?
Itself.
Hold on, a thing like that would make them very annoyed.
Even a microscopic invasion would give them such a shock they'd assemble overwhelming power against us. And then they'll start feeling embarrassed and they may even be more generous than usual.
Well, suppose we really make them mad. And suppose the leader of this demonstration gives the plan away. Once he's captured, they'll get the truth out of him.
That's why the leader has to be someone so sincere, so simple-minded. He truly believes he's out to defeat the United States.
No one could be that simple-minded. You couldn't find any... Except
Tully Bascom, can you report any progress?
I've assembled the volunteers, and I have a plan of sorts.
I've assigned Tully Bascom High Constable for Expeditionary Forces.
the obvious choice, Your Highness.
You do know the United States spends billions every year on atomic submarines, ballistic missiles, jet fighters.
I did not say I thought it would be easy. But if you'd rather I turn to someone else.
No, I'll do it. Count on me. If that's what you want, that's what I'll do. I'll drive the war home to the end. There's just one point to be settled.
What point?
How do we get there?
Select a tourist liner belonging to a neutral nation.
Third class. After all.
They're soldiers.
And then what do we do on arrival? Go through customs and present ourselves to the immigration department?
We'll charter a small boat, something that can be found in the Marseille.
A small Marseille fishing boat fits right in with my plan.
Tell us how you'll prevail.
The situation suggests a commando operation with light automatic weapons. We'll infiltrate Washington, D.C. either at night or in disguise. Their capital is full of dignitaries, and we'll grab the highest we can find, return to our boat, and demand an investigation of our grievance.
I'm not sure I like this plan.
It's a wonderful plan. I only want to make a few changes.
Let's discuss this privately.
That's unnecessary. Instead of Washington with all those dignitaries, a more worthy object is their largest city, New York.
New York City?
And no disguises. We're not thieves. The boat should display the colors of Grand Fenwick, and so should the men as you march shore proudly in broad daylight.
That doesn't leave much chance for a surprise.
You question your sovereign.
And one thing more, we can't afford automatic rifles, so we'll have to depend on our traditional weapon.
The longbow? Now, wait a minute.
It was good enough for your ancestors.
Job too much for you? I just want to be clear. We'll show the colors of Grand Fenwick as we march ashore in broad daylight and attack New York City with bows and arrows?
That's right, Tully.
Very well, Your Highness.
I had reservations concerning the plan. You've completely removed them.
Great strategist.
The volunteers are still waiting for you to show yourself. They'll need all the information.
Sounds like half the population is out there.
I think I'll need information too. Will you do me a favor to hear it?
Of course, anything.
Your stuff, so that everyone will be expedition. You'll give it me. I'd wear it in honor of your service.
Oh, I want you to wear it. Tully, we have to serve our country, but people serve in different ways, and I want you to remember, no matter how things turn out, it's for Grand Fenwick.
And Gloriana, we'll do our best. Come.
Professor, please, I think we better hurry. It's good of you to see me to the subway, but certainly there's no cause for concern.
When I was a student, I had to study all the time. These upsets, I think these feelings of hostility, they don't appreciate the genius of Professor Kaufman, and if they ever broke into his mind.
Now, hostility is one thing, but this is anxiety. You're giving away to irrational fears. Actually, these students, look at them!
They're coming up on us, and they're marching.
What kind of crazy outfits? It looks like they're wearing armor!
Nobody wears. You're right about me, Professor. I'm filled with anxiety. Let's get out of here.
I have a hang-up too. My hang-up is paranoia. I have this feeling that we're getting shot at by bows and arrows.
Come on,
Halt! Right face. At ease. Men of Grand Fenwick, I've led you to the heartland of the enemy. We're in New York. So far as I can tell, our exact location is the intersection of the roads, Broadway number 161.
161 roads. There's even more.
Silence in the ranks!
Hey guys, the target is the new lab. It's Professor Calkins.
Pass it along!
Those arrows, great idea. Totally, sir. I don't think the enemy seems to be taking us very seriously. I mean, telling us the target. And where we docked, all those people with the long hair and beads and handing us flowers, they looked like some sort of druids.
We'll give them belly full of war just as soon as we find their army.
Instead of warning shots, I should have winged those two just now.
Look at those castles. They'll take a lot of storming.
Anyone too faint-hearted for the service of Gloriana can return to the river and wait with the guard on the boat.
I was just saying, they'll take a lot of storming.
Totally, there's a car coming up the road. It looks military.
Form up here.
Army car.
Steady, men!
The driver's definitely a soldier.
You two bowmen, shoot out their front tires. We'll cover supporting fire if necessary, but we want them alive. Forward for Fenwick!
Why don't they shoot?
Those tires don't offer much target.
Fire! Got them!
What have you crazy students done to my Jeep? If you fancy to drop that thing, you can take on the United States Army. You're in for a big...
He lacks respect. Shoot off his cap. Hey! Bring them here.
No, that's more. I like it.
You're maniacs! Psychopaths!
Talisa, these two are girls.
Don't touch me.
Gangsters! You'll get 20 years! With hard labor! In solitary confinement!
Why?
Why? You're interfering with an army general inactive! You almost caused a crash that would have blown up! Oh my heaven!
Careful, Dad. Let me guess. You're filming a scene from William Tell?
Actually, we're commencing hostilities with the United States of America. You're our first prisoners of war.
Commencing hostilities?
Boys, protest all you want. And dissent. I believe in dissent. But you're not commencing hostilities. It's not war.
It is war. You'll be treated in accordance with the Geneva Convention.
You don't understand. This is serious. It affects the security of our country. It's vital that...
The security of the United States?
Don't say any more.
About what?
My name is Jill Snippet. My serial number is 6554.
My number is 76621.
Don't be silly, girls. I'm just trying to make these cut-ups realize this is serious business. There's a helicopter waiting. I had to get the professor to a safe...
A general escorting a professor. The security of the United States?
You're not students?
If your vehicle had crashed, what would have blown up?
Who are you?
I demand Tully Basta, High Constable of the Expeditionary Forces of Grand Fenwick.
I don't keep up with these things. I don't even have time for the papers. Was there a reason for declaring war?
Over wine. What better reason?
Over wine? What better reason?
Sir, are you carrying explosives?
This? It's an experiment.
Keep your distance.
I'll just have to...
No!
Sorry, but...
Careful!
Prize of war.
Hold it gently.
Is it a weapon?
It's chemicals.
If it's just chemicals...
Stop!
No!
All right, it's a bomb.
You should have said so.
Such a small bomb.
That bomb, if it explodes, will blow up all of New York, also Philadelphia and Boston.
That bomb, even if it was filled with gunpowder, couldn't blow up a building.
He's lying, Tully.
I don't think so. But why would you build such a bomb?
But it's so powerful, it makes war out of the question. It's a peace weapon.
I see. Well, Grand Fenwick is so small, we could use a peace weapon. Fall in line. We're marching back to the river.
Run! He made it. The plan is marked. You'll never get away with this now.
Perhaps. Meanwhile, in line.
Move, prisoner!
Keep your mind on the bomb, please.
But you can't. People, help us. Stop them.
You were told, in line!
Listen, they're foreign invaders. We're being abducted. I'm a general in the United States Army.
Right face. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2,
You'll miss all of it.
My tamper-proof flying direct to Professor Cognit's laboratory isn't doing a bit of good. Been trying to call him all day.
Probably spending all his time at the laboratory. Shall I put through a regular call to him there?
I don't want to go through the campus switchboard. I tried calling General Snippet, but he's not there either. His staff says he hasn't been seen since the campus demonstrations.
It's really getting out of hand this time. There was even a report of some students wearing armor.
I knew I shouldn't have let Cognits carry on with such sensitive work at Columbia.
Sir, you should go to the reviewing stand. The military is supposed to be putting on the greatest armed forces day parade ever. It helps to start confidence.
I can't. The Secretary of State's on his way over.
I have a good mind to open the window again so you'll hear the tremendous display you're missing.
Sure, military hardware worth billions. Although, it's not as powerful as a certain form of hydrogen. You do realize when I say a form of hydrogen, I speak for the layman. If that's best, then send him right in.
Mr. President?
I've been hiding out in this side office because it has a direct line to Professor Cognit's laboratory. I've been trying to call him since this morning.
Probably holed up in his laboratory at Columbia University. Have the FBI look in and see. Chief, the reason I asked to see you, it's unbelievable.
Called the FBI 4 hours ago, but they're under wraps. It's not just security, it's that temperamental professor.
The professor's under a strain. Maybe he went away for a few days rest.
That explained General Snippet. He'd have gone along to keep an eye on things.
If he's missing too, then I'm sure they're together. Chief, the reason I asked to see you, it's unbelievable.
The FBI had some things to tell me, but it's just trifles. Vandalism at a Columbia protest, a really weird flag running up a flagpole, and a ridiculous report from a soldier.
I wanted to see you about a peculiar flag myself.
I keep interrupting.
Alright, this is so ridiculous. I don't know where to begin. A small shield was found outside the street in New York after the demonstration at Columbia. It was turned over to the museum. They couldn't identify it. They figured the State Department might recognize it.
I have so much on my mind.
Please! A Middle European specialist identified it as the crest of Grand Fenwick, a tiny duchy founded in the 14th century.
Well, that's interesting, but...
Chief, you have to hear the rest. See, that's where I remember that where I heard that name before, and...
Never mind, Beston! I'm much too busy right now.
Chief, we are at war with Grand Fenwick. We've been at war with them for weeks. Furthermore, there's evidence we've been invaded by a force from that country which landed in New York and then withdrew during the upset at Columbia.
You're out of your mind.
I think so too, but not now. What did the peculiar flag look like, the one on the university flagpole?
A bird with 2 heads.
The flag of Grand Fenwick.
No!
My secretary found located declaration of war. It had the identical crest.
You've seen such a document?
I thought it was a joke. Those boys in the press room.
So would I. Are these people crazy, or do they have some reason?
Apparently, we threatened their livelihood.
We did?
See, this country depends on the export of a peculiar wine, and an outfit in California stole their label and everything. They have a point, all right?
But we're a reasonable nation. Why didn't they try a sensible approach?
They did. I find they sent several valid protests.
What happened?
Those winemakers use those protests for comment.
And?
They use those comments in series of advertisements claiming their product was so similar it bought an official taste.
Oh, no.
We don't look very good this time, Chief. A tiny country with military equipment out of the 14th century.
Miss Wilkins, please open the window again. Just as impossible for this country to be invaded by 14th century Europeans. They could get away with sending protests, and they could even mail over a few knickknacks, but they never get away with a token of Where was this found?
A groundskeeper found it at Columbia University.
Ooh. Thank you. Preston, does this arrow look 14th century European to you?
20th century Sears and Roebuck. Chief, I'm trying to make you realize what's happening.
Been invaded by men with bows and arrows. They've either captured or killed General Snippets. Oh my.
Chief, the rattling cockpits.
Thank heavens! Oh, cockpits, you're going to have to speak loud. Wait, who is this? Who is this? Mrs. Rayner? Who are you? Answer me! Oh, his housekeeper? Okay. Where is he? He's disappeared? When did he disappear? During the demonstrations. Thank you. What should I know what to do with them? Eat them yourself!
Sir, the jet bomber formations are coming over. Shall I shut the window?
What's the difference? If they captured cockpits and the Q-bomb, and if that bomb's fitted with that detonator, then that little duchy is the most powerful nation in the world. Fenwick? They've declared war on us. They invaded us. And they've beaten us.
Stop it! I'd like to throw it at you.
Don't even say such a thing.
We're being very careful.
Let the professor fix the bomb so it won't be so dangerous. It won't take him a minute.
I beg you, again. Tully's told you no.
No, no, no.
Must you guard so closely?
Isn't this right? I've never guarded a general before.
Blaming, Dad. It's embarrassing.
Face it, we're prisoners of war. You call this happening a war?
Silence. Right face. I did not say at ease. I said halt. All right, at ease.
Tully, could I drop the charter bus back from the Seekers Grand Fenwick?
We've had enough trouble not having to explain our prisoners to the bus company. Besides, the bus might jostle our bomb.
Please, could I make it a little safer?
You might make it too safe. Get this straight. You're not to touch it. Not ever.
If they drop it, the Mediterranean will extend past here to the Alps.
We're being very careful again.
Why do you want to change back into battle dress?
Because we're marching back into our homeland.
How can you tell? We've been walking so many back roads and now these woods.
Didn't you hear?
The sound of someone gunning the engine of a truck.
The Fenwickian field mouse.
Now's no time for legends, Tully.
It's an effect of the wind.
I tell you, I've seen them. And the only place they occur is in our national forest.
You and your abominable field mouse.
That's how I know we're close. Wait and see.
Did you write when to expect us?
We're under strict security. All I said in the note from Gibraltar was a little bit about the return voyage, but they'll know we're okay.
Wait till they hear about what happened.
He'll be so surprised.
First thing, report to Gloriana. Let's hurry along. Attention! Right face. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 1, 1, 1.
Watch your step. Don't get too excited. Carefully.
Explorer Henry Hudson, we headed north till we reached the prevailing westerlies. Altering course to south-southeast, we made good time through variable winds to Gibraltar. A member of the crew will row ashore here to mail this letter. Inform families that all are well. Your obedient servant, Tully Bascom.
The whole letter. That's all? It sounds like an entry to a ship's log.
We mailed at Gibraltar 9 days ago.
But he doesn't even say what happened. Probably too ashamed, the coward.
We don't know he's a coward.
How else could all of them be well and arriving almost as fast as they got there?
Maybe the Americans just won't go to war with us.
Because Tully did nothing. I'd always known he was an idiot, but I thought he'd make some kind of simple-minded effort.
If we had a radio, maybe we could listen for news. Maybe we should invest in one. I mean, we're at war.
If we were at war, if Tully'd done his job, we'd hear something from the American consulate over in France.
Apparently, Tully wasn't entirely successful.
Wasn't entirely successful? He didn't even get captured. He didn't even get arrested.
Your Highness. Miss Bascom, I haven't seen you since long ago.
This is a meeting of the Privy Council.
But nothing said concerning your son reflects on you in any way, Miss Bascom.
I was admitted here at once because I've just heard of men returning. They're coming in through the National Forest right now.
You think it's your son?
And the others. Their voices are just as legend describes. The first sounds of our men returning victorious from the battle with the French. Don't talk blasphemy, madam. Blasphemy, sir. Comparing those craven bunglers with our brave ancestors. They're coming! They're here!
You're certain they're our men.
Can't you hear?
The colors of Brian Fenwick. I saw them myself.
Oh, they look so brave!
Look at the excitement. They must be at the castle.
My son is returning. They'll tear him limb from limb right after the court-martial.
Court-martial?
Really, Aunt?
Failed his duty.
I'm afraid it's self-evident.
My son will not fail in his duty, Your Grace.
I'm sure we'll find extenuating circumstances.
We'll find excuses, that is all.
At least let's hear the excuses, Aunt. Let them approach the throne.
I beg permission to report on a war with the United States of America.
War?
Rings in effrontery. Won't you hear him?
We'll hear your report.
Thank you, Mother. Thank you, Your Grace.
Well,
What happened?
briefly.
Briefly, we won.
You what?
The forces of Grand Fenwick return as always, victorious.
Let's get to the facts. Did you follow orders?
To the letter,
You wore your uniforms?
with pride.
You went ashore in broad daylight
Approximately noon.
into New York City.
As far as I could tell, our exact location was the intersection of a wide avenue called Broadway.
161 roads.
There's even more.
Carrying what weapons?
Highness, we carried longbows.
And then you won?
Yes, Your Highness.
Tell us the truth, Will Tatum.
You heard it, Countess.
Impossible. Have you one scrap of evidence to support your ridiculous fantasy?
Yes. The evidence.
Bring in the prisoners.
Prisoners?
1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2,
Keep
1,
your heads.
1, 2, 1. Don't get careless. 1, 1, 1.
On the plague level!
1,
Level!
1, 1, 1, 2, halt. About face. This is General Snippet of the United States Army, and with him are 2 members of the Woman Army Corps. Professor Calkins is a nuclear physicist, and the object on the plank is a most powerful weapon, created by Calkins, but now ours, by right of conquest.
It doesn't look powerful. Let me examine it.
No, don't touch it! You'll blow up everything! Silence! And don't faint on parade.
it was filled with
Gunpowder.
yes, that little box couldn't even.
That little box could blow up most of Europe.
If you say that once more.
You must have heard of nuclear weapons. When I was in France, I heard something over the radio, that is.
What?
They're powerful. The Q bomb is powerful, and it's the only one of its kind. The Q bomb.
The United States will win it back.
What will they do to us?
Oh, you've asked for it.
Stop, Dad.
As for what, General?
This is General Snippet, serial number 76642, and that's it.
What will they do to us, General?
What can they do? You've got the Q bomb.
Then we did win by a ridiculous fluke.
Pull yourself together, man.
What do you mean?
Don't you realize what you're saying?
I said you won by a ridiculous fluke.
He doesn't realize.
About their Q bomb.
Our Q bomb.
Yes, I want it carried to the deep dungeon.
Please, could it make it a little safer so it won't be so dangerous?
If you just let him adjust it, there won't be anything to worry about.
There wouldn't be any Q bomb either. I haven't abdicated to you, Tully, or to anyone else. I said take our Q bomb to the deep dungeon.
You
Place
must
it
let me
carefully-
go along and fix the bomb.
Place it carefully on a bed of straw where you give your parole not to escape.
Oh, all right.
Take the General and Professor Snippet to the guest wing. Helen, show the army ladies to the vacant room near mine.
This way.
And help them get settled.
Thank you. I wouldn't mind going barefoot like you. These shoes aren't terrible. I'm only occasionally barefoot.
Will Tatum, theater posting with border guard.
Without asking permission.
With your permission, Your Highness. Granted.
I wonder if we should put straw running past all the roads going out to the castle to deaden any vibrations that might reach the deep dungeon.
We'll consider it.
You've certainly put us in a fine fix.
Fix?
You might as well import an active volcano and put it in the middle of our valley.
The Americans will never buy our wine now. Not after this.
But we're at war.
Yes, but we didn't expect you to. Well,
What are you trying to say? If you keep questioning us, the Privy Council will have to consider the situation. Perhaps you'd like to escort your mother home. Thank you, but first I must return a favor. It was a great help and inspiration to me. If you remember, when you first gave it to me, I said that I would do my best. With your leave, Your Highness.
proud day, my son. Outrageous upstart.
Getting too big for his boots just because he won the war.
Especially to lose that war.
Yes, but he didn't know it.
What are we supposed to do now? Rehabilitate the United States?
Dear. I never thought of that.
Your Highness, one of the army ladies is carrying a radio. She said I could hear a shortwave band, which means it can hear long distance.
I think I could handle it.
Ladies, keep an eye on the army ladies.
Yes, Your Highness. We're going.
If there's any truth to this nightmare, we probably hear something reference to it.
We have a better chance of reaching the United States up on the roof. I've got something.
We will conclude the special BBC News summary with a direct quotation from the question put to the Foreign Secretary today in the House of Commons, and his reply. The honourable member for North West Hampton rose to ask, is Her Majesty's government aware of the reports that the Duchy of Grand Fenwick has declared war on the United States, invaded New York City, and seized a bomb which, according to report, is capable of destroying an enormous area?
Tully told the truth.
The Foreign Secretary rose, and I quote his reply, Her Majesty's government is looking into the facts of the case. Meanwhile, we point out that those intrepid men from Grand Fenwick are of English extraction. There were cheers from both sides of the house now. For another example of enlightened, non-commercial radio, a recorded discussion of sheep ailments in West Australia.
Try for the United States, please.
Here's some station, but I don't know where.
The program is picked up. Historical significance of the effect. We continue our commentary in English. The proletariat of the independent state known as Grand Fenwick has been subjected to intolerable economic warfare by the imperialists of San Rafael, California.
Are they so far away?
Placing themselves in the vanguard of the proletariat everywhere, they have invaded New York and captured the Q-bomb, which, with the barbarous money worshippers, sought to destroy civilization.
It's America. They certainly have freedom of speech.
This Q-bomb is one which we as civilized people refrain from making ourselves. Now it is well within our skill of our comrade scientists. Now for another example of superior socialist radio. A symposium on the diseases of sheep in the Western Kazakh.
We have to go to reach America. Come. Has the program started yet? How should I know?
No.
Live from New York, the combined television networks bring you an eyewitness account of that tiny duchy, which in a sense, is the most powerful nation in the world. This program is also being carried by shortwave radio overseas.
The man told us to smile.
I'm smiling.
We bring you Inside Grand Fenwick. What was your first impression of Grand Fenwick?
It's small, but one shouldn't pass up a country just because it's small.
We particularly wanted to see Grand Fenwick.
How long were you there?
How long? I'll just put it this way, our stay was all too short.
What brought you there?
A Volkswagen.
No, the reason.
Bird watching. The only being who could pass up as a bird is the bird.
So, well, did you notice anything?
Their national forest has a variety of trees, a waterfall 20 feet tall, and a haunted oak.
So does the park in Patterson, New Jersey.
When we arrived, there was a tremendous roaring.
Roaring? That's better.
We rushed to where it had come from, but there was nothing.
Let me add that there is already speculation on the possibility of a Fenwickian secret weapon. A transcript of the interview will be turned over to the Pentagon. Stay tuned for our public service feature, Roundtable. The topic today, sheep hygiene in West Texas.
Maybe it was a secret weapon. Where to next? The Y, the Women's Club, 2 high school auditoriums, and the BPOE. Like scheduled today.
I've never seen the military so sensitive. Wouldn't you be? But such silly suggestions.
Mr. President, if you give me a plane and some paratroopers, I'll have the bomb back in 10 hours.
Technically, we're at war. We'd be within our rights.
Do you want to deal with world opinion? Our own country wouldn't stand for it. They're wearing big buttons saying "Friend of Fenwick." After the shabby way we treated that country, I'm tempted to wear one myself.
You can't allow the center of world military power to shift from here to here.
Let's have your suggestions then.
Retrieve the bomb with secret agents.
Everybody knows everybody in that country. A secret agent wouldn't do any good.
Then ignore public opinion. Overwhelm them with a lightning military thrust.
We can't go over there faster than they could touch off the Q-bomb.
You don't believe they'd exploded.
Would you believe that 14th century European men with bows and arrows would come over on a chartered sailboat and invade the United States?
Chief, the thought of that crazy little country with the Q-bomb gives me the willies. What's to keep them from a military alliance with...
I've been listening to the Soviet broadcasts. They're beaming more transmitters at Grand Fenwick than North and South America combined.
We have to stop the war before anything like that could happen.
I'm still open for suggestions.
You've eliminated the only alternative yourself.
There's still one alternative.
What is it?
Sue for peace.
Why should we sue for peace? They've got the cue ball.
Exactly.
Then I don't see what...
Get this the first time. If they don't sue for peace, we do.
We, the United States?
Well, what other option do we have?
No joking in.
Give me one better alternative right now, or get aboard a jet which will take you to the landing pad nearest Grand Fenwick.
Got the picture.
Do anything to get the bomb back. If there's any chance you can get the bomb back, go the limit. And if you can't even do that, keep it out of the wrong hands. That's the main thing.
Sure.
Oh, and if they'll throw in General Snip and his daughters, that'd be nice too.
Sure thing, Chief.
Copy.
Page, wait. Yes, Countess Mountjoy. Don't shout my name. Have you seen Mrs. Benter? Oh, she's looking for you. I didn't think the throne room was to be open today. The best time for the real business state. Find Her Highness and present my request for an audience. Yes, Countess.
I was so upset by a message I came in early.
Oh, I'll present your request.
You said the duchy was in danger.
A passing danger, thanks to us.
We'll get rid of the bomb?
Undoubtedly. And solve the one other danger as well.
What are the danger?
Can't you recognize a sudden grab for power in Grand Fenwick? This is the time. The first signs. She's coming. What time? What sign? You haven't told me anything. Remember the motto of the Mountjoy family.
Defend the duchy through statecraft.
Precisely.
What about your family?
Well, my dearest wish is that we continue to serve for all time, but this may not come to pass.
You're going away?
No, Your Grace. I refer to the possibility there may be no more descendants left to serve.
Why not?
To come directly to the point, Your Grace is unmarried.
She's much too young to start worrying about such...
Please. The royal line of Fenwick is in danger of extinction.
I can't be thinking of marriage in a time of crisis.
That's the time you should be thinking of it.
Besides, I don't think I want to marry. Certainly, I won't marry someone just because you feel it has political advantages.
You hold the destiny of the people in your hands, Gloriana. Your marriage has to serve their interests.
That's old-fashioned nonsense. I don't care to discuss this further.
It may affect the internal security of the realm.
How could marrying some bloodline affect our security?
The matter is much more urgent than you realize.
I'll take them in to protect our internal security. And external security as well.
You'll accept whatever disappointment and heartache attend the relationship, whatever frustration of your logical hopes for a more appropriate match, and you'll endure this marriage for the sake of your country.
Meaning?
For compelling reasons, you must marry Tully Bascom.
Tully Bascom?
I realize the terrible blow. His boorish characteristics, manners learned in the National Forest, and so stubborn.
What compelling reason, Aunt?
Well, when the most popular man in the duchy is also the most ambitious, it's a dangerous situation.
That doesn't mean you're confusing me.
You've seen how the people feel about him. They'd probably do anything he suggested.
That doesn't mean he's unreasonably ambitious.
A young man who, contrary to the intentions of his ruler, wins a war against the United States is not to be trusted where ambition is concerned.
He's practically taken charge of that bomb and won't listen to anyone.
Marriage would solve all this?
Well, united to your grace and matrimony, his popularity would be directed towards the throne. By the same step, his ambition would be gratified. Perhaps he'll even leave matters such as getting rid of the bomb to trusted ministers.
I confess, you're persuasive, Aunt.
There's a patriot.
Country first with that girl.
Aunt, it's far from settled.
Oh?
We don't know how he feels. I mean, he may not want to marry me.
Of course he will.
He doesn't like me enough to show that someone cares about you. All he ever talks about now is his duties.
That's what we're talking about. In view of uncertain times, you should get the matter settled immediately. This afternoon.
There's no way in the entire world of getting him to ask.
It's not his place to ask.
Not his place.
Well, as the ruler of Grand Fenwick, the proposal must come from you.
Me?
Why can't you regard the matter as completely impersonal?
I think I'll go out for a while. The way Tully is now, I don't think this will be such an easy walk. If you'll excuse me.
If this marriage should take place, do you think Tully would let us get rid of the bomb?
It's psychology.
Because the marriage would take his mind off the bomb?
Because the marriage would make him feel important. The reason he's so protective over the Q-bomb now, it's his status symbol.
Shame on you. No!
No, come back!
Leave me alone. Mind your own business.
No, you don't. Leave that. Stop!
Get away from me. We can't let you do it. Do what? Break your parole.
You gave your word as an officer and a gentleman.
I was not trying to escape.
Then where were you going?
To found Countess Mountjoy. She said she teach me to play whist.
That's true.
Then why were you sneaking?
Why were you tiptoeing?
Professor Calkins warned us to walk softly when we cross over that dungeon. Of course. When you two idiots slammed the door, you took 10 years off my life.
Are you out of your minds? Are you trying to explode this part of the world?
Sorry?
After risking the total destruction of Europe, you say, sorry?
What should I say? You got to do something about the bomb. We can't live like this.
The men of Fenwick enjoy playing with fire. The kind of fire you'll find on the face of the sun.
No, please.
Care to try slamming the door again? We promised we'd help with some work. Come on. What work?
Vital work for this country, and we're late for it now.
In fact, you almost didn't make it.
Collaborationists.
The bomb could really be set off by some distant vibrations.
You have some reassuring information about the trigger mechanism of the quadium bomb?
Let him make it safer.
We can't. If he disarmed it completely, we'd have nothing, not even for bargaining purposes.
You could watch closely. It wouldn't take me 30 seconds, and I'll only remove one tiny part.
How tiny?
A cylinder no bigger than this.
What's in it?
A form of hydrogen?
But Tully gave definite
Tully
orders.
will have his mind on other things. Would removing such a small piece really make a difference?
You've no idea.
Take the general along to the library. I am assuming full responsibility.
That's the spirit.
Come on.
I hope you know what you're doing.
I will have to see you past the sentry. And if you try to do anything more than you said, I will have your head on a pike. And when we talk that way in Grand Fenwick, we are talking literally.
We command you as a loyal subject to marry us. No, we suggest you marry us. Marry me. No, one more time. Will you please marry me?
Your Highness?
Yes?
I thought it was you.
Miss Bascom, I was expecting to see Cowley.
He'll be along sooner. Would you like to leave him a message?
No, I'd better speak to him. I have something to say to him.
About spending all his time guarding our frontiers instead of looking after the national forest.
Have you noticed any change in him too lately?
All he seems to think about now is the international situation. I pity the girl that marries him.
So do I, more and more.
Why don't you just leave him a message and I'll pass it along?
In a way, it concerns you too. Oh, please don't think of me rude, Miss Bascom. But how did Mr. Bascom come about proposing?
To tell the truth, I did most of the proposing through my father.
How? Tell me.
I had my father take him aside and say something to the effect that he'd been asked by his daughter whether he would consent to being Mr. Bascom's father-in-law. By the time my husband-to-be caught the meaning, he was so surprised, he kissed my father and shook hands with me.
Tell Will Tatum to report to me as soon as he knows who it is. On the double. Mother, there's someone at the border.
Loriana would like to speak with you.
There's a big black car at our border. Will Tatum speak about it.
I think she wants to speak with you of something else.
Is there any way I can be of service?
I have a matter to discuss. It's a matter of state, but it's personal too. It's more personal, really, than a matter of state.
I'll do all in my power to help.
It's not really a power of helping. It's a matter of cooperating with me.
Working with you?
Yes, well, not exactly. Please, you say it.
Me?
Say it the way it was said for you.
Tully, Loriana wants me to become her mother-in-law. That's it, isn't it?
Yes.
She wants you to become her what?
Her mother-in-law.
But you're my mother.
Precisely.
But mother,
And you're my only son.
mother! My mother accepts proudly. Her son, humbly.
Oh, Tully! Now maybe we'll have a chance to discuss it.
Tully, I've got a message.
Let's hear it.
It's from the United States.
Good.
It's the Secretary of State. The name's Beston. I treated him just as you said. Oh, Your Highness.
Go on.
Please.
I told him we'd only admit him if he came to parley under a flag of truce. He immediately whipped out his handkerchief and started waving it. Now what?
Escort him to the castle. We'll assemble for him there.
Right. Your Highness, Miss Bascom.
While we're walking, can we discuss our plans?
We have to hurry.
She said while we're walking.
There's no time.
Will there ever be? Let him approach.
The Duchess grants protection. Let him approach.
You sought this parley, not us. State your purpose.
Peace, restitution, and friendship. I'd also like to inquire concerning those prisoners you captured.
Over there, captured by our expeditionary forces after formal declaration of war.
It was a fluke.
There were also 2 whacks. What about them?
What is it? A mouse!
Impossible.
It started chasing us!
One got into the castle.
And we're barefoot!
Have your girls been tortured?
Tortured?
What have they done to your feet?
Oh, this is from helping. It's fun. Treading on grapes. Of course, we never want to drink this stuff.
Any further comments on our treatment of prisoners?
Your behavior concerning this unfortunate war has been exemplary. The United States wishes to terminate hostilities accordingly and sues for peace.
Then here are terms. First, unlike most victorious nations, we are to be under no obligation to rehabilitate the United States. Yes or no?
Yes. Yes.
The invitation of Pino San Rafael, California, is to be prohibited.
That company was violating our own laws. It's already been withdrawn.
Now, for the indemnity,
All right. How much?
$1 million.
I'm sorry, did you say billion? B for billion?
I said M for million.
Only $1 million. We've spent more than that rehabilitating a single city in Japan or Germany.
But there's an important difference, you see. They lost.
You got it. However, we'd like to do much more. Could we send money, technical services, machinery? All we ask for in return is the Q-bomb.
I'm sure we can work out an equitable exchange.
No problem there.
Ladies, all matters relating to the captured enemy weapons are to be entrusted to our High Victorious Constable, Tully Bascom.
But the Q-bomb?
This decision is irrevocable.
Your Grace, Glory,
Be reasonable, Tully.
We can drive such a bargain.
I don't bargain. I levy tribute.
Tribute?
Agree or face the consequences. The United States must pay tribute. California will pay an annual tribute of 12 dozen pomegranates. Or more.
You do think of me.
Of course, you always come first. And I do have an offhand reaction.
Those pomegranate growers will bless you guys. You're finally making pomegranates the in thing. Now, about the Q-bomb.
There's nothing to talk about. The bomb is Professor Cochran.
You were told silence.
I have plans for the bomb.
Plans?
Please, Tully.
Get rid of it.
We'll make a group to keep a sharp eye on the big three. We'll organize the Tiny 20.
Tiny 20?
Insanity.
Assuming the bomb is as powerful as ever, what would you do with it?
You called it a peace weapon, and that's what I'd make it. I don't know if we could deter some cower-mad aggressor, but we could give them one more reason to hesitate. Another reason to worry.
What reason?
I'm serving notice that Grand Fenwick will not allow any more aggression.
But you haven't said what you do.
The country starting a war. The country starting a war will face a determined task force that will transport a mighty bomb to within their border, where I'll strike it with my mace.
You wouldn't! You'd be killed!
A country starting a war will have to think that we mean what we say. I'd strike it with my mace.
It doesn't matter. There's no more bomb.
That's not true.
Of course there's a bomb.
Professor Calkins got to it. I know he did.
He was just going to take out a tiny cylinder.
He was going to what?
Make it safer. That's all.
You idiots! He disarmed it.
Did you extract the quadium?
In spite of this man's insane refusal to let me near the bomb, I got there anyway.
And?
And I couldn't do a thing. Warn the world, they must not do anything to bring down the wrath of Grand Fenwick. You see, this peace weapon may even be more powerful than I first thought.
Only one question remains. Does he have your authority?
He's our High Constable, and soon to be our husband.
Then let the rest of the world know this. No war! This little mouse of a country